Keep hitting DAX. DAX. DAX full form is DAX full form is data data analysis expression. This will helpful to this will helpful to analyze the data. This will helpful to analyze the data. Next point. DAX majorly we can use Power BI and SQL Server analysis. Yes, SQL Server analysis service. DAX we can use in two places. That one is Power BI. Second one is SQL Server analysis services. In bracket, you can mention SSAS. It is one of the component under MSBA. Under MSBA. Next point. With the help of DAX, with the help of DAX, with the help of DAX, we can perform with the help of DAX, we can perform three type of operations. With the help of DAX, we can perform three types of operations. What are those? One by one, write it. New measure, new column, new table. Okay, with the help of DAX, we can perform three kind of operations. New measure, new column, new table. So like a first keep adding new measure. Whenever we want output as a scalar value, output as a scalar value, then we can go with new measure. Then we can go with new measure. Whenever we want output as a scalar value, then we can go with new measure. Okay, so it means Listen, it means what are the operations we can expect single value whenever we perform aggregate kind of operations. Like aggregate kind of operations, we can get it as a single value. If we perform sum of particular column, we will get it as a total value is single value. Scalar value is nothing but single value. Then we can go with such kind of output. So whenever we want output it as a single value, then we can go with new measure. Okay. So next keep heading new column. Also new measure, sorry, new column also called also called calculatable column. Calculatable column. Next point. Whenever we want to perform whenever we want to perform row by row operation with new column, with new column, then we can go with then we can go with so, so. Okay, then we can go with new column. In interview point of view, the important concept is what is the difference between, write it that question. What is the difference between new measure, new measure versus new column? DAX దగ్గర నోట్స్ ఉందా? New column differences, so operators, so sum x, min max, such kind of functions. First, you can write one side new measure and another side is column. Differences like differences like under new measure. Whenever we want scalar output, then we can go new measure. Scalar output, then we can go new measure under new column. Whenever we want to perform row by row operations row by row operations. Then we can go new column. Next one. Under page. The calculations will do. The calculations will do on fly or runtime. Under calculation. Calculated new column. The calculations will perform ఇది ఒకటి చెప్పేస్తాను అండ్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఏడు నుంచి ఇప్పుడు ఆపరేటర్స్ కాడి నుంచి ఆపరేటర్స్ మనం ఏం చెప్పలేదా నేను చెప్తాను రా కొద్ది వరకు నేను చెప్తా మనం ఒకటి ద ఆపరేటర్స్ సారీ calculations will perform during data refreshen. During data refresh. During data refresh. Measure will not store. Measure will not store in table. Column will store in table. Column will store in table. Column will store in table. Next point. Column will store in table. Measure will use filter context. Column will use row context. So for you people only task, what is the row context versus filter context? Next point. You can write it last that question. Next point. Measure will be good at performance. Measure will be good at performance. Measure will be good at performance. Column will be slow at performance. Okay. So now you can write it as a task. What is the difference between filter context and row context? What is the difference between filter context and row context. Okay, next one, keep heading. Calculatable, calculated table, calculated calculated tables, tables, calculated tables, calculated tables. Whenever we want to create, whenever we want to create new column, sorry, new table from existing tables, then we can go with whenever we want to create new column from existing columns, sorry, new table from existing tables, then we can go with calculated table, also called new table. Also called new table. Okay. Next, keep heading operators. 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 Write it one by one. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Comparison operators. Comparison operators. Text concatenator operator. Text concatenation operator. Logical operators. Logical operators. Okay, that is the stuff. So first keep heading arithmetic operators. To performing the mathematical operations, we can go with arithmetic operators. If you want, you can write it this table, or else you can write it only these symbols. Plus, so minus, asterisk, forward slash, caret symbol. That is exponential. Exponential is nothing but power. Done. Next one, comparison operators. Comparison operators. This we can use to comparing the values. To comparing the values. This we can use to comparing the value. Okay, write in this table, or else just a symbols. Equal to, double equals to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to. Done. Next, keep heading text concatenation operator. Text concatenation operator. This we can use to combine. This we can use to combine two or more strings. To combine two or more strings. This is the symbol ampersand. Okay. Next, keep it in logical operator. Logical operators. When we are writing two or more conditions, two or more conditions that to combine purpose, that to combine purpose, we can use the logical operators. We can use the logical operators. The symbols are double ampersand is nothing but and. You can write like this. First, you can write double ampersand, straight line, and operator. Just in between, this is the word it is there, right? And that you can write. Double ampersand and double pipe symbol R. When we want to write it as an R keyword, then we can keep it as a double pipe. When we want to write and in place of that, and we can use double ampersand. Next, in. As usual, in only. SQL Server in operator. That in opposite, it is in only. Okay, that is the nothing but. Okay, next concept, keep heading functions. Functions. Like everywhere we will heard regular basis function, function, function. What is function? In each and every subject, almost all the subjects we will heard functions. Even though like regular our life also, okay, in our house we have the function. We need to go with function. What is that function? What is the meaning of function? Regular life also we are using. Even every subject also we are using, but we don't know the meaning. What is it? Any answer from anyone?
It is a gathered information in terms of
It will give the return value.
a group of statements.
ఓకే మెయిన్లీ ఫంక్షన్కి వస్తే రిటర్న్ సంథింగ్ ఇస్తావు అనేసి రిటర్న్ వాల్యూ అని చెప్తున్నావు అంతేనా? No, it's no. Okay, function is nothing but which we can perform it as a regular activity,
Reusable.
reusable thing, which we can perform it as a regularly one activity that we can give it as a name, one name, that is function. Let's say, for example, regularly we will go with marriages. Marriage, it is same procedure everywhere. Based on their region, it is same regular procedure. Birthday event or birthday function, we can say that. Is it same? Like marriage, birthday, like blah blah blah, whatever the events, functions, that is same. Here also the same activity, instead of doing again, the simplifying procedure, we can call it as a function. Again and again, the same activity to performing, that we can call it as a function. So here, that functions, they categorized into several types. They categorized into several types. Okay, keep heading DAX functions. DAX functions. DAX functions are several types. several types. Okay. So before going to that next topic basis, so here this DAX by MSDN, you need to search the website DAX by MSDN. MSDN. Okay. In that, like you will get it as a complete DAX tutorial. So in that DAX point of view, if you search, like whenever you open DAX functions, in this you will get it as a new DAX function, first option. So these DAX functions, new DAX functions, if you click on it, so that we will get it as a, like which of the functions they introduced recently. So this table of total WTD, these all are the things, if you observe here, they are introduced these kind of things in very recent versions. January, September 2025, like it's just 3 months back. Okay, just for your reference, I'm back to the again category of functions. One by one, you can write it. Aggregation functions. No need to write all the functions, which I will explain. That only you can write it. Which I will say the names. That only you can write it. That only we will learn. Aggregation functions. Date and time functions. Date and time functions. Date and time functions. Filter functions. Filter functions. Filter functions. Logical functions. Hmm? Text functions. Time intelligence functions. Relationship functions. Time intelligent functions. Relationship functions. Relationship functions. First one, keep heading. Aggregation functions. Aggregation functions. Sum, in that you can write it one by one. Sum, sum x, sum x, that is first row. Sum x, first row. Second row, first function sum, second function sum x, that is first row. Second row, min, min a, min a, min x. Third row, max, max a, max x. Fourth row, average, average a, average x. Fifth row, count, count A, count X, count X, count rows. These all are fifth row only. Fifth row, count rows, distinct count, distinct count, distinct count, no blank. Distinct count, no blank. Okay. Next, date and time functions. ఇవన్నీ రాసుకోవాల్సిందే, అన్ని నేర్చుకోవాల్సిందే. No need to write. We will see based on the situation. Okay. We need to learn all the functions. Majorly, you can write calendar and calendar auto. We need to all the functions. We need to learn all the functions here. Calendar and calendar auto. Next function, keep heading filter. Here also, whatever the functions I will say, those only you can write it. Calculate, filter, all, all except, all except, all selected, earlier, lookup, lookup, selected value, selected value. That's it. Once again, I'm cross checking. All except all selected. All selected we have set, right? All selected, calculate table. Write it, calculate table. Earlier, filter, lookup value, lookup or lookup value. Okay. Like a selected value. Okay. Rarely we need to see running sum, and moving average. These two are also new functions. Here it is there, running sum and moving average. In interview, we will get regularly that question. Running total, cumulative sum, and moving average. Moving average. We will get regularly that interview question. Next category of functions. What is next category I said? ఏం చెప్పాను మీ నోట్స్ ప్రకారము? Logical functions, if switch. If switch. If switch. if switch. Text functions, concatenator, format. Remaining all the functions, if we know SQL, automatically it will get. Substring, text functions, if we know the SQL, automatically you will get. Okay. Next one.
This value is predefined, by typing first letter, it will show the
Syntax also. With the syntax and description, it will come. I will show you. Next, time intelligent functions. This also, while explaining, I will give the names. Next, relationship functions. These functions also very important for cross filter, related table, use relationship. Very important in interview. Related table, use relationship. Okay. ఇది మనం నేర్చుకునే functions DAX syllabus. Clear? So now I'm back to this environment. Let's see, he asked one question to me, how the DAX will, if I get later, and let's say assume here new measure, new column, quick measure, this and all disabled. Why? Because of it is not having the data. So if I click on new column, new table, it is taking 1 minute of time. So it is not coming proper. So what I'm doing is, let's see, by using recent sources or any kind of thing, like I'm extracting one table just for sample. Just to showing the sample only. Okay. Let's see here. I'm clicking on new measure. Okay. So I'm not touching any kind of thing. Just like we discussed it as a sum. See, whenever you open sum, the syntax it is showing sum of column name. Downside, it is showing the description. Adds all the numbers in a column. For each and every function, we will get a. Let's see, filter. It's a filter table, comma filter expression returns the table that has been filtered. Okay, clear. Okay, so now you can see the overview of that syllabus, whatever the functions we have given. So next we will see it as a continuation of this topic. Okay, yeah. We'll meet up tomorrow.
Left side also there is DAX written.
Hmm?
Left side on the DAX chart.